I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh is the name of our Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is Yahweh Shai, is His only begotten Son. And I want to give another special double honors to the Salakia. I want to give another double honors to the elders and apostles in Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. And enough respect and salutations out there to the Akim out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Malak Kaya. We are I'm here today just coming with a little lesson. I don't really know what the name of this video, what I'm gonna call it. Maybe I'll probably say just come eat freely. I'm gonna base the scriptures upon basically what the Most High has given us. He's given us everlasting life, but He's given it everlasting life through Yahweh Shai, and we are grateful for Him coming to do His bidding, Him coming down here on the earth and dying for the sins of the elect. And hopefully we are the hopeful elect, that we are able to eat of this bread and drink of this holy water that is separate from all the rest of the other people that are out there in the world, and that they cannot be able to receive any of this good tidings from the Most High through His Son Yahweh Shai. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna jump into some scriptures. We're going to start off in the book of Proverbs. Yeah, let's start in the book of Proverbs, chapter 24. And right here, and we'll start at verse 13. Salakia. Yeah, 13. And it reads, "My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste." So this is in the spirit. Basically, this is the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. He's speaking. He was saying, "Eat this, eat of this. It is as honey. It is good to you." And it says, "Which is sweet to thy taste." This word, it is so sweet to you that you do not want to vomit it out. It's so sweet that you want to keep tasting. It's like you got the sweet tooth. You want to just keep going and going and going. You want to keep eating. That's why I want to name it, "Come, eat freely." So let's go to verse 14. "So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off." And what is that? The knowledge of wisdom. That knowledge of wisdom is going to sustain you for these times that are going to come. Salakia. The knowledge and the wisdom is what's going to help you be. Is what's going to help you have. Salakia. It just escaped me. It will be the stability of your times when you have the wisdom and the knowledge that is so sweet to the taste of your mind, your heart, and your soul. All right? So let's go into the book of Joshua 1 and 8. Joshua 1 and 8. "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night." And that is exactly what the men of the Lord should be doing. You should be constantly thinking about the word. You should be able to meditate scriptures. You should be going throughout your day. This word, this sweet taste that is in your mouth, it should be in your mind constantly, day and night. Meditation, thinking about yourself, seeing what you can change. Just putting off that old man and becoming that new man. So therefore, come eat freely. Eat freely of the book. Eat freely of the book. We're going to get into that later on in Psalms 40 and 7. I'll link that up later on. And then it says, "But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all. Salakia, that was loud. Salakia, let me read that all over again. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. So everything, I might as well go ahead and just link that up with Psalms 47 now. Let's get that right now. Sorry, I'm just rolling in the spirit right now. Things are just coming up in my head right now. So Psalms 47. Then it says, Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me. Right. So that is Yahushua. It is written of him. Everything that is sweet and tasting, and everything that is in this book of the law is written of him. He comes in the volume of the book. So let's read this all over again and start at verse 8 again from the top. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. And what is that good success? That good success is you hopefully being of the elect, entering into the kingdom. You escaping all the things and the said perils that are about to come in these end times. You stepping away from the you being kept pure and preserved from the time of temptation, which is the mark of the beast, which I have made previous videos going into. Many things are going to happen. Many things are what you're going to see. But if you meditate therein day and night, and you observe to do everything that is written in this book, you are eating freely. You are eating at the king's table. All right? And your way is going to be prosperous. So let's go ahead and jump into the book of Sirach. Or the book of Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 24. I believe I got it at 17. We're going to start at 17. As the vine brought I forth pleasant savor, and my flowers are the fruit of honor and riches. I am the mother of fair love and fear and knowledge and holy hope. I, therefore, being eternal, am given to all my children which are named of him. And what is that? That is wisdom. That is that knowledge. That is that sweet taste, that honeycomb, as I read in the book of Proverbs. Verse 19. Come unto me, all ye that be desirous of me, and fill yourselves with my fruits. For my memorial is sweeter than honey, and mine inheritance than the honeycomb. Woo! They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. He that obeyeth me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall do and shall not do amiss. Right. If you obey the Heavenly Father, you obey what Yahushua was coming when and what he was teaching, which he comes in the volume of the book. You're gonna be you're not gonna never be confounded. You're never gonna be hungry. You're never gonna be thirsty. You're gonna always be filled. You're always gonna be rejuvenated. You're always gonna be of that free spirit. You're always gonna be whole, never lacking. Verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High Power, even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage unto the congregations of Jacob. Right. This book is the covenant for the people of the Most High, the elect of all of Israel. That is the heritage unto us. And you can see the 2/3 that are out there. You can see them. They're out there. They're running through the streets. They're all drugged up. They're all pilled up. They're smoking weed. They're drinking. They're fornicating, committing adultery. They have eaten the bitter, how can I say it? Because I would say bitter herbs, but the herbs heal you. So whereas they have eaten the bitter things of this world, the bitter foods, they've been eating that pork, they've been eating that swine, they've been eating all the things that are contrary to what this book is saying. So therefore, they have eaten of the fruit of their own way. And you can see it by looking at them. You can see them, how they're not lively. They're not rejuvenated. They are sick. They're not rejuvenated. They need healing. But therefore, since they don't have the true doctrine, they don't have the book of life, they can never attain eternal life. They will never attain eternal life until they come back and be reborn in the kingdom. So therefore, they have to serve out their punishment. So therefore, let's go ahead and let's go down some more. I think I got it. And down here in 33. And it reads on. Sirach 24 and 33. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. And that's right. He has left the book of prophecy for the elect, for the hopeful elect, as I might say. Verse 34. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. Right. So the people that seek wisdom are the people that have been called from the beginning. The people who the Most High have called. He's willingly giving. These people are the first fruits. These are the people that the Most High has been called from the beginning of the foundations of the earth. All right. I'm trying to see, where should I, trying to link stuff up. Let's go ahead and jump into Luke. Sorry, I'm just jumping everywhere. So Luke, I believe it's 22. There it is. It's 19. Okay, Luke 22 and 19. And it says, and he took bread and gave thanks and break it. Okay, sorry, I'm Salakia. This is the part when they were sitting at the at I believe it was the Last Supper. And it was the Passover, the you before I suffer. Okay, yeah, this was the Last Supper, and this is when they were and he was going and he was saying, "Take it of my body," and he was just going at the Last Supper. So I'm gonna get into that in verse 19. And he took bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave unto them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me." Likewise, also the cup after supper, saying, "This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you." So this is Yahushua. He knew he was going on the cross. He knew that he was going to be sacrificed. So he's hoping that the people, that the disciples would eat of him, not carnally, but spiritually. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into John 6. I believe it's John 6 and 32. So this is, and it reads, John 6 and 32. Then Yahushua said unto them, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you true bread from heaven. And what's that true bread? He was talking at the time of Moses. He was talking about the manna. But now when it says, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven, he was talking about himself. He was talking about Yahushua, how he was going to die for the sins of Israel. For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. And that's exactly what Yahushua has done. He's given life unto the world of Israel, to the hopeful elect. Verse 34. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. And I believe that was in Sirach, what we just read. I could have linked that up earlier. But that's what he said. He said, I am the bread of life. You're never gonna thirst. You're never gonna starve. You're gonna always be filled. Verse 36. But I said unto you that ye also have seen me and believe not. So I believe he's talking to the Pharisees at this time. Yes, he's talking to the Pharisees at this time. It says, but I said unto you that ye also have seen me and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. Why? Because they have already been handed to Yahushua from the beginning. And the ones that haven't, they can never come to Yahushua. Verse 38. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me, which is Yahweh, his Father, our Father. Verse 39. And this is the Father's will, which have sent me, that of all which he have given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. And that is exactly what is happening right now. The men of the Lord are being raised up at these last days. You can see that the people are starting to eat. They're eating the roll. They're going into the different prophecies. They're proclaiming the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai in the land of the earth. That's why you see different chariot sightings. You see the rumors of wars are escalating. You can see the economy is going down. The people are eating. They're eating freely. They are eating. He's saying, come eat of me. Eat of this bread. Eat of this roll. It is a sweet savor into thy mouth, into thy belly, which is thy mind. And it says, but should raise it up again at the last day. That goes into the book of Ezekiel 37. When it says, the valley of the dry bones. Verse 40. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Right. So the people are they're wanting the everlasting life. They're wanting to be healed from the sickness of this earth that is polluting everyone. It has polluted the two. Let's get that in Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10. And this is for the 2/3 that have not eaten freely, and that will not even come to the table to eat. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So the people who are not eating of this fruit, they're not eating of this bread, Salakia, they're not eating of this water, this knowledge, this understanding, they have a vain life. They are polluted. They are very destroyed. They are so destroyed with the sword of destruction that they can never be healed. They have to die on this side in order to come back into the kingdom. They are so polluted that they're done. They are done. They are finished. And that is exactly what Babylon will do to you. So let's go back into John. I believe we were in John 6. Right? Yeah, John 6, I believe. And I'll raise him up at the last day. And we're going to jump to verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am that bread of life. Right, this is Yahushua. He is that bread of life. He is that manna that came down from heaven. When you look at it spiritually, feeding the flock of Israel. But the flock of Israel was complaining. They could not see that the manna was basically a future prophecy of that. It was the bread coming down out of heaven, which is the same thing that you see at the time of the tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. He came from out of heaven, and he's coming as that bread of life to feed them. But guess what? They wanted to complain. They didn't want it. They murmured. They wanted something more. They really wanted to go back into Egypt. This is the same time as Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. They didn't want Yahushua to become their savior. They didn't want him. They didn't want him to become that bread. They didn't want him to feed them. The same rebellious spirits are the same ones that were in Egypt. The ones that complained about the manna. They complained about Yahushua when he came. They wanted him dead. They wanted him crucified. Same spirits. Verse 49. Here we go. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. So right, the people, they tried to eat of the bread of what Yahushua was giving to them. But guess what? They didn't take it in. They vomited it out. They complained. And guess what? They got the missiles coming straight for them. Straight for them. Read 49 again. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. So therefore it's letting you know they're going to be dead. The 2/3, that's what they're looking for. Death. They're with the sword of destruction. They're polluted. They are dead. They are basically dead already. Verse 50. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. And that's Yahushua. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. Meaning him coming to die for the sins of Israel. Verse 52. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? So these were the enemy. These Jews that were out there. From the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They were so carnal, they could not understand what Yahushua was saying. He was speaking spiritually to them, but they didn't have eyes and ears to hear and see. Verse 53. Because if they knew in the law, they would knew you're not even supposed to eat another person. That's definitely going against the law. Why would you eat your own flesh? You're eating blood. Verse 53. Then Yahushua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whosoever eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Now, right there when he was talking in a carnal sense, but it was spiritually. He didn't want them to actually eat him and drink his blood. It was spiritual what he was talking. He was talking over their heads, and the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they could not understand what he was saying. Verse 55, for my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father hath sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. You're going to live by what Yahushua did when he came and died on the cross. You're going to go preach the word out unto the Gentiles, unto the people, and get them to, and bid them to the marriage. Verse 58. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. Right. In verse 63, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. There he go. He went down. He broke it down. Salakia. He broke it down to the disciples. He said they are spirit and they are life. But the people, they just could not retain it. They could not retain it. So always you gotta come eat freely. Now this is Proverbs 9:5. Come. Eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. What is the way of understanding? The way of Yahushua. How he followed the law, how he kept it all the way in being perfect, all the way into the time that he died on the cross and he was born again. He's forever. He lives forever. He's not dead right now. He's living. He's eternal. He's sitting on the right hand of the Father right now as I speak. So it says, verse 6, forsake the foolish, meaning forsake the ways of this world, the ways of this wicked system. Like I just read in Micah 2:10, it will destroy you with the sword destruction. You think you're eating food, but you're not. You're eating nothing but death. Okay? So let's jump into the book of Sirach. I believe 19 or 18. We can start at 18. Sirach 19:18. And it reads on. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, is the first step to be accepted of him. And wisdom obtaineth his love. And here's the point. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, is the doctrine of life. And what is that? Eternal life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. How are you going to receive the fruit of the tree of immortality? That's that bread. That's that food that you're supposed to eat. And what is that bread? Yahushua. That's how you're going to be able to eat. That's how you're going to be able to sup with him. That's how you're going to be able to eat at the king's table with him. He's going to sup with you through the Spirit. Verse 20. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, is all wisdom. And in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. Salakia. potency. I can never get that word right. Salakia. But yeah, meaning His everywhere. Everywhere that you look, everything that you look around, that is the knowledge. He's everywhere. Everything that you look at, the Most High is there. All of this is life. When you look into the clouds, you see the air, you see the birds, you see your skin, your blood running through your veins. All that is life, according to of what the Heavenly Father has given you. But wisdom is going to help you to discern the different things that are in life. Wisdom is going to help you. Knowledge of the commandments, knowledge of who Yahushua is, who He died for. The knowledge of Yahushua, the knowledge of Yahweh. This whole book, like I just read earlier in Psalms 47, He came in a volume of the book. When you know this, and you know that it is wisdom, all of it is wisdom. That is what He wants you to eat. Through the Spirit, He wants you to eat it. He wants you to come eat freely. So let's go into the book of John. Sorry, I don't want to make this video too long. Into the book of John. I know I put it. Oh, and 32. John, the 3rd chapter and 32. And it reads on. And what he have seen and heard, that he testifieth, and no man receiveth his testimony. He that hath received his testimony have set to seal that the Most High is true. And let's go ahead and jump into something just jumped into my mind. Isaiah 8. So Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, which is the volume of the book, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh, it is because there is no light in them. So let's go back into, I'm sorry, I'm just jumping everywhere. I'll go back into John again. John, the 3rd chapter and verse 33. He that have received his testimony have set to seal his seal, that the Most High is true. And just like I said, Zalakia, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, as I just read in Isaiah 8 and 20. Letting you know that the Most High is true. Verse 34. For he whom the Most High have sent speaketh the words of the Most High. Salakia. For the Most High giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. The Father loveth the Son, and have given all things into his hand. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life. And he that believeth not the Son shall not see life. And who are the ones who believeth not on the Son? That's these wicked 2/3 that are out here running around. They're scoffing at you. They're saying, "Oh man, that book is not real. Oh, Yahushua, he didn't come to save just only the Israelites." They don't believe the words of the book. They don't believe the manna. They don't believe the bread of life. So therefore, they're gonna eat up their own way, and they're gonna die. They're gonna die. The 2/3 are gonna die. Then it says, and it reads on, but the wrath of the Most High abideth on him. Right. So when Yahushua comes back, he's going to have the wrath of the Most High on him. He's going to come with all fierceness and all anger. And each and every one is going to see in that day who the Messiah is, Who did he come and who did he save? And every eye shall be wailed, and every eye shall see, and every voice will bewail. They will cry and lament and mourn. They will see that he was sent from the Most High to give breath, to give life unto the very elect, that the ones that he have chosen from the beginning. So let's go ahead and jump into John 14, John 4 and 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, this is the woman at the well. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Meaning the water at the well. Then he says in verse 14, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. They shall never thirst. Their mind's going to always be filled with understanding, filled with wisdom, filled with knowledge. And they will never be lacking of any. Then it says, and it reads on, let's just start again at 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So that fountain of water springing up into everlasting life is that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding, that bread of life, eternal life. Many people have forsaken the water, they're forsaken the bread, and therefore they're going to starve and die. So hopefully this lesson could be somewhat edifying. Hopefully that you guys can see that the Most High has sent his son down here to die on the cross for the sins of Israel, mainly the elect. So now when the elect, when they're out there and they're wondering, they're trying to figure out what is this life all about, and you come and you are a man of the Lord, give it. You have eaten this whole roll. You have eaten it. Now you're full. Now it's your time to give and bless the people now. Now you give out there, you go out there and you spread the word. If they hear, they forbear. But the Most High is going to call who he wants. The word is not going to go out vain. All right? So therefore, I'm thankful for the brothers that have been teaching the word out there in truth and sincerity, that have been going out there day in, day out, studying, doing everything they were supposed to be doing. And now it's my turn for me to eat freely, and now it's time for me to give back. Hopefully I am of that hopeful elect, Lord willing. So therefore, when you come into this truth, you come into this word, come eat freely. Eat of this whole world, of this whole roll. Not everything is going to be sweet and desirous to thy taste. Some things are going to be bitter, but that's what comes with something that's great. Great things are coming that are coming in the future. Great and terrible things are coming, as I might add. But therefore, let's read this all over again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. They will never thirst ever again. They're going to live. They're going to be rejuvenated. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into the everlasting life. And what is that scripture? Out of his belly shall flow with it. Let me see that. Flow living waters. Come on. So lucky, I cannot remember it. Okay. Salakia, give me a second. I cannot remember, and I just went over this the other day. But it goes into the effect of, out of thy belly shall flow living waters. Oh my gosh, what is... Well, that's a whole lot of... Okay, well, it goes, out of thy belly shall flow living waters. Roughly paraphrasing. But hopefully this lesson will be somewhat edifying to the church, to the people who see the things that are clearly coming to pass. Come, eat freely. Eat of this word. Eat of this book, of this roll. Come eat freely. It is very desirous to thy taste. Don't just leave it on the ground and let someone stomp over it. So hopefully, therefore, this lesson will be somewhat edifying to some of the Akim that are out there. This is Salakia. I want to give another special honors out there to the elders and apostles and great millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well, and enough respect and salutations to the brothers and the Akim out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth, and enough respect to each and everyone who's really diligently doing the work. I thank you. Thank you for eating freely and giving me some of this food to eat, as well as Yahweh Shai coming to sup with me, to giving me the better understanding of the scriptures. This is Brother Malak Kaya. Shalom.